Alrighty, welcome back. It's full disclosure, it's been a hot minute since I played this, so I can't really remember what exactly we were up to. So yeah, we'll have a quick gander around, see what we're working with here. That's right, I just picked up that cultivator. I guess first things first, we'll get all the things watered. Quick. We're sitting on a little bit of money, so we might be able to do some shucking and jiving, trading and whatnot. See if we can't get slightly better setup, get our field planted. Probably look at upgrading this water tank too. It is not ideal. Or the gale we're trying to do this on. Yeah, those things are thirsty. Yeah, actually, let me just right away, we'll upgrade the water tank here. Should save a good bit of time. Wonder if I can get this thing on the front here. I don't know if this thing actually has a mount for it or not, but sure be handy if we're going to sell something. Ah, that would have been too handy. Alright. We'll zip up to the store real quick, get this thing sold. We should be able to get a pretty substantial upgrade here. I think the sell area is over here. We'll have a look. Yeah. That's extra 2 grand. Not terrible. Let's see what they got. Jeez, so early in the morning, the lady's not even here. Where were they? Miscellaneous, maybe? Yeah. Assuming I want the modded one. 14k, 11k rather. Not too bad. Okay, we got 37k. Got a little bit of stuff we could play around with too. I'll probably sell that small plow. I know it gives you like a bonus if you plow a field. I don't know how substantial that is. I could probably go through the wiki or something and figure that out, but I think just having something in the ground would be better than nothing right now. As far as productions to get into, I don't really know if I want to go much more in the greenhouse direction. I know there's some other productions included with the mod that probably wouldn't be terrible to get into. If I have a look real quick, what all do we have available? Most of those are pretty well out of our budget. The stuff that comes with the mod seem to be much more reasonably priced. So what do we got here? We got firewood. Don't really have the trees on this plot really to sustain either of those. Sawmill. I mean, if we wanted to down the line plant trees, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Get a little forestry area going. I think I'll save that for when I have a little more money and can buy like a plot for that type of thing. Yeah, I mean, I just think it won't really be worthwhile until we have enough wood to kind of keep it full and whatnot. Lime, that's kind of in our budget. Gold, I mean, I imagine that's probably going to be a pretty decent option down the line. What is that stuff there? Not sure. So it looks like it takes stones, water, and something. Oh, must be the methane here. Not 100% sure what all of those are, but some neat stuff there. That might not be terrible thing to get into. It's not really that expensive. It's kind of big though. Yeah, we might put a pin in that. Come back to it in a minute. For starters, let's get these things full. Be nice to do so before the hour, so they all produce something. Geez, even with that bigger tank, that's like 2 of them and gonna be empty. Pretty close to it. Still, it's a heck of a lot better than what we were working with. Okay. I guess another option would be animals. There's probably some pretty reasonable setups for animals. Cows, I don't think they're gonna be pretty expensive to get into. Same with horses. But like pigs, I mean, we could do like a small setup for them. I think chickens would be a good thing to get into. Yeah, they seem like they would be pretty reasonable. I think eggs actually sell for a decent amount. Sheep also wouldn't be the worst. The only downside with them is we don't really have the funds to get into all the productions. But down the line, I think it would be a pretty good idea to get into those guys. I'm pretty sure like the fabric and stuff sells for a pretty good amount. I don't know, maybe we will get into the what is it, methane and then gold? I don't know how to generate the stones. But I think you can buy it from the dealership over there. So I mean, until we're able to generate our own, that might not be an awful option. I'm kind of curious if like seen some like those hills over there, if there's some way of like shipping those rocks and using those in the production, or there's definitely some of the fields around here that have big old rocks in them. There's got to be some way of breaking that up. I mean, I guess you could always like plow a field and gather the stones from it that way. Not really sure how you're supposed to do it, but it'd be kind of fun to figure out. I think, yeah, that should be all of these guys full. Just throw the rest of this in these guys. Filled up one more time. Yeah, it's great. This thing is pushing it for our tractor. You can definitely tell it's pretty heavy. Any minute now, the sun should be up. A little too long. Get you filling up. Okay. And oh, another thing I wanted to look at, selling my little micro plow. That thing, well, a great idea. It's not not really on a scale we're trying to work in. I might have one more quick look to see. So that was half a meter. That's twice as big. 2.5. 3.5. We could afford that guy. I don't think our tractor is big enough to pull it though, so might have a quick look and see if there's like uh an affordable tractor in that horsepower range. It's 185. That's not terrible. Any deals on mediums? Those are pretty damn expensive. That's 180. It's a little more than that other one was. I'm sure there's like a mod one that's absurd. It's 26k, 170. What's the other one? 180? Or about the same. Oh, so I have to like upgrade it to get to that. I like the look of that. That's 125 for 26k. The other one I was looking at is this Fiat, right? And that's 24k, but it starts at 132. So if I do that, 26k, give me 185. That's not too bad. It's a tough call. I do have a mod on here that I am able to cultivate without plowing or whatever. Like I'm able to create fields that way. But I am a little concerned about not getting that bonus. Like I can use these disc arrows and whatnot, and it'll cultivate and allow me to plant and all that. But I'm not getting the full benefit of it. Might actually sell that. That's only 1 meter. I'm sure we can get something better. We have 85 horsepower to work with. So if we're going that route and we're not even plowing it, then we could use this guy, which is even bigger than the cultivator I was using. Another concern is I don't have a harvester or anything right now. I mean, I could definitely get something that's relatively cheap by the time these are like ready to go. I don't know. Picking this stuff is always the hardest. We'll pick up a new plow. I'll buy this guy. Worst case, I can always sell it later. We do have the better tanker now, so we should be able to at least fill our water and whatnot more effectively. Considering we're not doing a lot of like trailing and whatnot right now, I don't think that would be a bad. We'll get this guy. And should I oversize it just a little bit? Might do that. Let's sell that guy. And we'll get the next side. Oh, I can't quite get it. Shoot. Have anything else I can sell? I could sell this guy for right now. I don't think we're going to use it all that much right now. Yeah. We'll do this, and by the time we get it loud, we'll have a little bit more money to buy some extra stuff we need. We can always upgrade the engine on it too. Should be okay. Oops. If I can remember how to drive. Okay. You're good to go. Maybe I'll refill these guys real quick. Just kind of stay on top of it. Oh, there's a bucket there. Yeah, I have a feeling this green tractor's days are numbered. While it got us up and going, it does not really contribute that much for all the things we want to do. I think these plots are just too big for running those little micro implements. Well, I could make like, you know, spend 5 hours plowing the field with that dinky little thing. I think it's probably much more fun to watch if it's kind of a quicker time lapse. Put you refilling, and this guy. Oh yeah. Now, hopefully this doesn't need any special hitch or something to get it working as it should. Alright. I just saw the little pop-up. There we go. Oh, that's pretty heavy. What are the odds I can get a weight for this guy? Let us see. Customize. They got front weights. don't know if I really need hydraulic and PTO, but yep, that guy. And weights. What do they have for weights? Thank God they're cheap. They're still too expensive though. Um, hmm. Gosh, it's like $1,000 a ton. Okay. We may have made a horrible mistake. I think I can get it down there for right now. Jeez, I would have thought this thing was big enough to handle this. Apparently not. Oh yeah, there you go. We can just back it up everywhere. Well, we got 5,000, so we can afford the weight now. Geez, what do you think I need for weight here? Should I just buy like a 1-ton? Get this here. What do you think? Is this thing actually going to connect? Hey, let's go. Nothing like having to lug around an extra ton. You're already underpowered tractor. Alright, is that enough? So far, so good. I have a feeling it's still gonna get a little squirrely if I get into, like, funny slopes. Oh, seems to be pretty well counterbalanced. Well, this thing is an upgrade right here. If I fold it, what happens? Oh, that's cool. Let's unfold it. We'll allow it to, whoops. Allow it to create fields. And we will lower it. Holy, that's a big old difference right there. It still hangs up a little bit, but this thing's doing a lot better than I thought it would. I thought it would be a struggle the whole way. Yeah. So I will just quickly get this field knocked out, and see ya on the other side of the time lapse. Okay, so we're gonna pause right here. I think I have enough now for one of those stump grinders. I figure it's probably worthwhile to kind of get it out of the way. We're also gonna need a cultivator coming up here, but getting those trees out of the field will be pretty helpful. So I'm gonna dump this off real quick. And Pick one of those up from the store. Not quite sure we're going to be able to get this thing cultivated today, but we at least have it plowed. And got a little window of opportunity for planting. I'm probably going to do like barley, wheat, one of those two. Just the straw and whatnot would be pretty useful. Trying to get into animals down the road. Go knock those trees out real quick. And so far, that new water tank is working a treat. It's definitely a lot better just doing one trip to get all of the things as opposed to many of them like before. Okay, so this thing does not like being on and working at the same time. I'm almost wondering if I could put this on the front of the tractor instead of the weight. Yeah, it just does not like moving while it's okay, why is it not moving at all? Huh. Oh, it's like stuck in... How did I manage to get it stuck in fourth gear? Let's see, we'll turn you on. Okay, that was strange. So far it's working, so no complaints there. Knock these guys out real quick. Probably sell these right now, but I might just hold on to them for when we get into like the sawmill and whatnot. Just find a good place to pile them up. This is gonna be... There we go. Yeah. They're something tricky to see. Is there another one? Oh yeah, I see it. I think that's all of those. So we got what, 3 more? Solid. Okay, you go bye-bye. Maybe it would make more sense just to back up right to it. So there's no confusion as to where it went. Get a system down here in a minute. I'm kind of impressed this entire tree is only 58 kilograms. Okay. I might do those couple over there that I'm looking at here. I imagine down the line I'm going to want to expand this field. Okay, that guy's good. Yeah, almost drove off getting that stump. Yeah, I might as well get these guys since I'm right here. Kind of straighten this edge out. Won't take but 30 seconds. Well, there. Trees gone. There we go. Coming up to the last of the field here. Starting to think we might actually have enough time to get this thing cultivated, whatnot, depending on how big a cultivator we can get. After we get this little strip here, I will double check and see what we have available. My thoughts is maybe I'll just throw it on a worker or something and see if he can't get that thing ready to go. It'd be nice if I could like follow behind with the planter and just get this thing in the ground. But yeah, the actual plowing, I wasn't realizing how long this was gonna take. But it's done, and I don't think it has to be done every field. I'm not even sure if we need to cultivate. I think we might have a direct drill seeder, but probably not the worst idea in the world. Just to do it all kind of by the book. And I think this is just a hair too wide to do in one pass. This thing has a really weird shape to it. Just when I think, like I have it figured out, it'll act weird, like turning or something. So with that tick, we have 29k. I think we can get a pretty decent cultivator for that. We already have the seeder, which is really helpful. So if we are able to get it in the ground today, that does give us a little more option as far as what we're able to plant. This being September, can't remember what exactly the options were, but I think it's like wheat, barley, canola. We could always do grass, but that seems silly given how much we just tilled into the ground. Yeah, we'll just have a look here, see what we can put down. I'm kind of leaning towards something that'll give us straw, so we can start like stockpiling that for animals and whatnot. I'm kind of thinking that the productions are probably going to be more of a uh, like money source, and the field is really just to grow the resources we need for like I think you need grains for like chickens and whatnot, and we'll definitely need grass if we want to do sheep. Silage is another option, just growing something and cutting it down for silage. I think we're a ways off from really being able to do like cows and whatnot, but wouldn't be a bad idea to get grains in the ground for chickens. Worst case, we can always sell the stuff it produces and get some little bit of money out of it. What am I looking for? We are looking for cultivator. We don't have a huge sum of money available. 6 meters, pretty cool. What is our tractor? 132. Yikes. Okay, so I'll get this guy since we know our thing can pull it. Can't remember if we had bought seed or our planter yet, so probably good to not spend every cent we have. That looks pretty good size for this thing. Might be working a little into the night on this here, but I think we can get field planted. Let's get these guys filled up real quick, and I'll see if I can't follow them with the planter. I'll look one more time to see what seed options we have right now. I'd like to do something kind of quick. This one I don't think got full last time, so I'll take a little more. Yeah, not too bad. The next big question is just gonna move that so it doesn't bug the AI out. Can this guy pull our seeder? I do have seed, that's nice. Okay, I don't have fertilizer, but I don't know if that matters at this moment. It looks like barley would be quicker than wheat. I already have it set for barley. Nice. What are the odds this guy is going to be able to... Well, the good news is they both seem to be working pretty contentedly. I think I'll just leave this on a time lapse. And we'll check back in when they're done. Cheers. Alright, and with this last little bit, boys got the field all planted. Pretty late into the night. I think it's what, about 9 o'clock. Definitely have a few little loose ends to tie up next time. But for the time being, this thing's mostly wrapped up for right now. We got, I think, close to like 2,000 liters of seed in the ground. So yeah, hopefully that'll give us a good bit of barley. I did find out some of the way through when I went to go refill with seed that the fertilizer is actually very reasonably priced. So I went ahead and about half of the field got supplemental fertilizer. I think next time around I'm gonna look to see if I can't find out a way to do the liming. So probably look to get some kind of a spreader so we can get some of that stuff on the field. I don't know how big an effect it'll have on it, but there's no reason really not to. We'll definitely need the grain moving forward. I'm just gonna wrap these greenhouses up and we'll get our guy to bed. As always, thank you guys for stopping by, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers. Have a good one.